Welcome back to another beautiful, cool morning here on the Maynard Farm. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're hoping to get this fence stretched all in one day. We'll see. So we've got, I ended up finding some tie wire. It's not the tie wire that we had originally, which kind of stinks. Went to two different supply stores. Nobody had it in stock. So I found a little bit smaller of a tie wire, and it's supposed to be pretty strong stuff. It seems to be. So I just went ahead and braced this pole up, doubled it up just to make sure, because this is such a long run of wire that we're running. So I think I've got to cut this old fence out of the way real quick, and we're ready to start stretching wire. All of this mess through here, this is all like briars and small stubby shrubs and such. I think I'm gonna grab my bush hog real quick now that I got all this fence wire out of here and run through here, just because barbed wire is gonna hang up like crazy through here, and see if I can cut this a little better. Well, that is much better. Much better. We got a nice clean shot now, so.
Do we have enough staples?
Man, there's something to be said for having clear fence lines. I should have probably gotten a sling blade or something and come down in here and got all this little piddly stuff out of the way, but we got it. I had Christian help me. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on tape, but we were able to pull this whole strand all the way down, and I've got it tied off down there at that corner brace. This big live oak right here is actually going to be right on the edge of the fence. The fence kind of goes right through it, which is unfortunate, but it sure makes it not fun. There we go. We got it at long last. So what I did last there was come back with a sledgehammer. Some of the poles were up high just because there's such a huge elevation change down and through here on this back fence line that it was hard to get them perfect. So I just left them close, put the wire at the same height on the poles the best I could, and then just came back and drove them down a little bit more to try to even them up the best I could. Now they're not perfect. They're not perfect. It's not a perfectly level fence by any means. If I were to run it perfect, there's going to be sections like 2 feet underneath that where animals could get out, and I don't want that. So we're going for functionality and not a beauty contest on this one, unfortunately, which drives me nuts. I like everything to be nice and straight and even and level, but it's all good. It's done though. That's the main part. So while we were down here, Jonathan actually found something really cool. I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick and show you. What'd you find, bud? How cool is that? Now it looks like the tip is broken, but all in all, it's dirty. It's not been cleaned up yet, obviously. But that is a cool point that he found. That's the second one, right? Ain't that your second one? So down here in this bottom, there's a pond. It's just across the fence from our property. And I'd love to have that pond. It's cool. It's grown up a lot and it needs to be cleaned out. But it always holds water. Even in bad droughts, there's always water in there. And it's obviously been there for hundreds of years because all of our land slopes toward it. It's a natural low area. It's not something that was man-made. And we have found, amongst clearing all this land back here and fencing, we have found tons of flint chips all on the ground. Tons of flint chips. We quit picking them up. There were so many. But I think that makes like 8 or 9 arrowheads that we found out here. That's the most complete one that we've actually found. Most of them are like broken half. So obviously there's been some kind of tribes in history that have been through here and camped around this pond, which is really cool actually. My dad's side of the family is of Cherokee descent, so we like that kind of stuff when we can find it. Now I'm sure it was probably like a Seminole tribe or something through here, this being the area that they were that they occupied, but nonetheless very, very cool. If you guys know what kind of point that is, I'm sure there are experts out there that can tell us, exactly what kind of point that is and what era it's from, but I'd be very interested to know about it. So this here's the pond. It actually comes all the way up into just right on the other side of our fence here. And he found that tip right behind that tree. The big live oak. Well, we've worked on this for a few weeks now. This video actually spanned a couple days of work out here. And I am so happy to have this done. Wading through all the woods and briars and all that nonsense. That's going to be it for this time. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.